Up and down the country, they've got these amazing monuments, big things in small places. I'm fascinated by this, but I'm still asking the questions. There's a potato, there's a cheese, but there's no our picture. What about a monument of cheese with the face of our picture? Sounded quite depressing, that. And I want to share this with the rest of the world, you know? Like a massive potato and massive cheese. I mean, who doesn't like cheese? Apart from vegans, who doesn't like, and lactose intolerant people, that's correct, isn't it? Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, please go wild and crazy. Welcome to the stage, Our Picture! Ta! Oi, oi, oi. That was great, I think. I'm never sure, like, straight away, you know? But I think they loved it. They really loved it. But
I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good gig.
What I find quite strange is it's 1,000 people. And that's just, it feels very normal now.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're so blasé about it. Yeah. I'm sitting there going, do you know what? I've done gigs where I've watched it go from 20, 21 tickets, 22 tickets.
I think there is a point of this whole unplanned kind of journey where I start thinking, like, what more do I want?
Mm.
And I think that's the question after doing a lot of these gigs, because they're big, full of pressure gigs. I'm like, what else can I do? Where can I take this? You know?
What about you go back to the small places as the star? What would that be like? What if I said I had a gig for you? I've got a gig for you. The venue, tiny town, takes about 100 people. We'll sell it out like that. Okay? You go there, you look at the people in the eye, you can touch them, smell them. Maybe that's still not a selling point. What do you think? I mean, you're not going to make any money compared to what you make here.
Yeah.
But you'll still be the biggest thing happening in that town on that night. I could sort it out.
Yeah, I like that. I like the challenge of it.
I've got it. We do a tour.
Yeah.
We go out on the road. You do gigs. See how big you really are. We'll do gigs in the small places with the big monuments.
I kind of like it, yeah. See, mielbi is quite a hard word for me to say. It's like mielk.
And this hopefully will lead us to the potato.
The hunt for the potato.
It should be here. It should be on this roundabout. No, we're coming up now. Ready? Brace yourself.
You know what?
Brace
I
yourself.
was.
Hey.
It's less. It's more like a jelly bean than a potato. That doesn't look like a very healthy potato. If I was local, I'd be quite disappointed with that. Tell my kids if I died looking for the potato. Right. Fling me 110. No chance. Thank you. Now that I'm a bit closer to it, I actually quite like it. You know why I like it? Because it's not as big as I expected, but I believe if I was a potato, I'd respect the tribute they've made to the potato. I think if we're seeing a potato on a roundabout in Sweden, I think there's hope to find weirder, stranger, bigger things up and down this country.
I get more nervous about smaller gigs now than I do about bigger gigs. It's almost like you're performing in front of a big family and you've got to make them laugh to be part of their crew. It's almost like a rock band going acoustic, you know? I'm starting to sound like I'm the Rolling Stones here, but I think if you can make small rooms laugh, you can make it in the big room.
I genuinely love it here. We've had such fun today. It's been great, you know. I tried to climb the potato. Has anyone tried to burn it or anything like that? No need to be so serious about the potato. It's what?
It's a stone.
It's a stone? Yeah. Do you want some? It's not a stone. It's a fiberglass thing. You're not. It's a what? It's a stone. Look. Very fun. So, why did the fight break out in the show? Well, he said it was a stone, and the man went, "Hey, shit, pommes and he was holding back as well. As a Norlander, what do you think of the potato? Ugly. Okay. I mean, don't hold back. Say what you want. It was built. How much do you think it cost? Anybody know how much it cost? Not much. Not much. Not much. It's a stone. It's just a stone. It's not a stone.
We nearly had a fight about what a potato was made of, you know? Like a genuine argument. And I just think, where else would you get that?
Who wants to get together tonight and steal the potato? I love the Swedish response there. Yeah, no. No, we're not doing something stupid like that. That's ridiculous.
It's like pride within their knowledge, but pride within their own place, you know, their own small place. It's pretty cool.
If you could have a monument, what would you put here in Vadstena? Alpitcher. The nuns? The nuns in Alpitcher. Don't Google that. It was a late night.
There's something about we're in this room together. It's like this kind of hot, sweaty fika, you know? There was something, you know, and I genuinely said halfway through, do I have to be here? Because I've just felt they had their own show going on. And I think that's what you get going to smaller places.
Tack så mycket. Fy fan.
If a vegetable can be acclaimed in such a way and a big monument made, there is opportunity for this face. This has given me hope. The biggest cock north of Stockholm.
It's like they're toasting a really shit lingonberry.
It's pretty grim.
It is quite amazing for a place like Sweden that has the red tape and all the bureaucracy for a bloody Chinese hotel to be made, and it's not even. I mean, nobody slept in there. It's a bizarre thing.
That is for me one of the worst ones we've seen. It's a troll and a goat, mate, and that's two trolls.
Yeah. It's a very different show, this. It's about kind of
going up and discovering what the locals think of the monuments or what they think of where they live. I think it is funny. I think Swedish people, that's been my whole kind of shtick, my whole life of my career here, is looking at Swedish people, putting a mirror up to them and seeing what they think of themselves, really, you know?
So, right, Al.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to go now. This is Elfter. 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 Elfter.
Alfter.
Alfter.
That's my full name, Alfter.
Oh, this is
My elf name.
So the next stop is called Edsbyn, and this is basically why we've been in the car yesterday. So tell us what you have got there.
Skis, hockey, like a bandy kind of hockey stick thing, bandy stick, and a massive, I would say, massive fuck off chair.
That would be your ideal, an ideal winter break for you, wouldn't it? A bit of sport. And then
Sit down. And a stick.
Ed's been on the weird angle. I guess we'll see it soon. You can't be.
And
Is that it?
there she blows.
Hey, yeah. Look at that.
They have done a lot. Where's the bandy stick?
Come on.
Where is the bandy stick? You promised me the bandy stick.
Taking it away. Maybe there was a small fire.
I thought they were famous for the bandy.
Yeah, but look, there isn't even a place for it.
Where the fuck is the bandy stick? Skis, chair, no bandy stick. Where is the bandy stick? Where is the bandy stick?
I've never seen anybody so disappointed in a lack of bandy stick.
You know what disappoints me a little bit? The barrier. Calendar-wise. Adrian! Throw the ring! Throw the ring! Does that look real? I'm trying to understand the whole obsession with making things so big all the time. What does that mean?
I think it's about perhaps, mindervärdeskomplex.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's about that.
Okay.
That Swedes feel small or something. We are a small country.
Yeah.
In other culture, it's about power, showing power, making big things. But I don't think it's that in Sweden.
Yeah.
It's more that we would like to show. We want people to come and look. We got the biggest chair.
Most common thing for people to say when they get up here, I'm the king of the world! Number one, without doubt. Talking to a couple of the locals here, they don't even kind of look at them anymore, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's the chair's sort of not for them anymore, you know.
Mm-hmm. But if we took it away, there should be.
Oof. There'll be riots.
Yes, it would be. I think so.
We should do that for a laugh. Number two, someone has taken our fucking bandy stick. Right, let's find this fucking bandy stick that you guys have fooled me with. Have you photoshopped that? In there somewhere. It's a big old arena. Finally, we have found the missing stick. The stick of Edsbyn love. I can understand now why they've moved it. I think it belongs here. I think the arena is where it should be. Edsbyn! Oh, Edsbyn! Nothing from him. Do you feel passionate about when they're playing?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah?
In Edsbyn, we live, eat, and shit bandy.
Yeah, you shit bandy.
Yeah,
okay.
we do it.
I'd see a doctor about that, but that's fine. Yeah.
We live for it, and it's we have a very, very big passion for the band.
Yeah, great.
The people stand up for the team and for Edsbyns IF.
What's your favourite song?
Det nya som du sjöng i bilen den här dagen. Edsbyns IF, du är allt jag har. 11 guld och det finns mer att ta. En fröjd för ögat att se på er. När vi vinner ska vi sjunga mer. Kom igen! Tja-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tja-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Is it not going to be one of those places where
Where they go?
they continue with the bowling at the same time, you know? So they're going to continue bowling and there'll be people playing pool as well.
I think playing big places, everything has to be quite big, genuinely. You know, it has to, you know, the actions have to be big. I do try and speak to the front row. I do try and make it kind of interactive. But when you've got a show like this, you can sort of see the whites of their eyes, you know, 5 or 6 rows back. You know, I could see all of the audience.
What is the sense of the chair? Is it pride? Do you have pride in the chair? I mean, there must be things that have gone on up in that chair. Yes? You said that a lot faster than you kind of expected. The answer came out and you're like, no. What have you heard, sir? What have you heard? Oh, is that your daughter? Excellent. That's why you won't be carrying on this conversation. It's absolutely no problem. You in to look at the bandy stick? You've moved it. You've moved it. You used to have the massive bandy stick next to the chair. You had the skis and the bandy stick and the chair and what? They're fucking gone. Who took it? Does anybody know where it is? He just went, fuck it, let's confuse the tourists. They're looking for the trilogy. It's like watching Lord of the Rings, the whole 3. You've got to see the first 2 to understand the third one. Then you're like, we've seen the first. Where's the third?
The tour show is such a tight show. Whereas tonight, I'm making myself vulnerable by asking them. I could have just done an hour of stand-up. You know,
yeah, and it's also very vulnerable that you whatever percentage it was of the show was about what happened to you in the last 48 hours or even 24 hours, you know.
And you have to go, do you?
Yes, we have a newborn.
What, just now? I like the way you stayed during the break. When I said a break, I didn't mean waters. Thank you so much for coming. Have you had a good night? Good night. Pardon? Okay. There we go. A birth of a child halfway through the gig. Where were you born, son? Next to the window. Next to the window.
I just woke up halfway through that gig going, shit, this is what they're like, of course, you know? And the last time I've been this far up was like Umeå, Luleå.
So you mean it genuinely gets harder the further north you go?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So a Skåne audience in a small village, small town would be easier?
A bit more up for it, yeah.
Okay, so and if you're playing a place outside Luleå?
I think they would love it, but they take some kind of pride in
not giving you anything.
What's that noise you're doing?
Licking my air conditioning. With a gentle buzzing.
It's like a frog.
Tell me about Luleå.
No.
You mean that is?
Don't know.
I don't know.
2 more hours. Come again. Thank you so much for coming and laughing. I'll see you soon. Tack så mycket. Hej då!
Thank you so much. Thank you, mate. Thanks for laughing. Thank you. Hey.
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming.
Stunning man on the front page. Yes, it's
Yeah?
you.
Yeah.
Yes, I read it in the morning, but
Okay.
now I didn't recognize you.
All right. Front page of the old Lösnen. We've done it. And I appreciate you buying a copy as well to increase circulation.
Yeah, exactly. These are hard times for newspapers, aren't they?
That's a nice little photo. Good.
It's gone to his head, hasn't it, really? That's enough. And it's gone to his head. Nyfiken Al. It's like Nicky Nyfiken. Curious George.
What's the headline?
Curious Al, as in like Curious George.
En man då som heter Torbjörn Holmlund som fick upp en till synes fullständigt galen idé för ett antal år sedan om att bygga en jättestor älg uppe i Skellefteå-trakten här. Och det där projektet ansågs för fullständigt befängt. Men Torbjörn är ju här nu, han bjuder på kaffe också, kokat på Sture björkved som någon sa här. Men det tror jag inte riktigt på.
Right, we're going to pick up the pitch, our picture, and we're going to head north. And we're going to visit a couple of places on the way. We've got a couple of gigs booked in, and hopefully we're going to meet a man who is planning to build the world's largest elk that is on top of a mountain. So we're going to have fika.
Do you want fika?
Are you looking forward to going?
I am very much looking forward to going, yeah.
Cool. You know where we're going, don't you?
Very north.
Yeah.
Hours.
And listen, we found a guy. He wants to build a moose, right? That's made of wood.
Okay.
And it's big enough to like do a gig in there. You up for that?
But he hasn't built it.
We'll see.
Okay. So he's the Elon Musk of elks.
Yeah, yeah. You can take that with?
Yeah. Shall I?
What came first, the little cheese or the big cheese? Bloody hell. We found a bolt. People probably think it's the easiest job in the world, comedy, but I'm making it very difficult for myself. It's improvised, it's about them, you know? It's about where they live. If you talked about a big chair, say down in Skåne, or the skis, or the bandy stick, or the, you know, I mean, the goat, that has travelled. The news has travelled about the goat. But, you know, the smaller things that would you take somewhere else, it probably wouldn't hit so much, you know? It definitely stands out. It's big, the face is a bit freaked out. You've got like the stick and the balls, and then you've got the drink. I don't really know what it means. It's made out of, so it's there for life, basically. I'm thinking if my monument was made, that's the noise I'd like to hear. But I don't know if I'm ever made into this kind of size. I don't know if anybody could, I'd want them to be able to just look up, you know? You know what they say? Size makes the difference. I'm finding out about the big things in the small places.
Yes.
And we came here and we're just a bit blown away by this.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Do tourists come here and go, What the? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this statue? Well, it's a symbolic of justice, really.
Justice.
Yeah. His name is Ture Long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has been standing here for a long time ago.
Yeah.
In the Middle Age, and it was the same then, you know. It was about justice.
So justice, in your eyes, is drinking and just holding a big stick with a couple of balls.
Exactly. That.
Excellent.
No.
I like that. So, Al. That's what you say all the time.
Is it?
So, Al, we're on our way now.
Where do you feel you are now?
I don't know anymore. Just roads, roads, roads.
What if I were to tell you that that way is half of Sweden, that way is the other half of Sweden,
Okay.
that way is the west of Sweden, and that, I know that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
So we're in the...
We're bang in the middle of Sweden.
And is there a celebration to this?
There's a monument.
Oh, great. Surely if it's celebrating the middle, we'll be able to see it from a distance.
I don't know. That must be it. Sure. I mean, if you're gonna build something, you'd build it on top of a hill.
Don't.
But it stopped.
Yeah.
That is just fantastic.
Jimmy D. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Jimmy, local celebrity.
Yeah.
Legend.
Everything you see here, it's mine. Yeah, and here it is. The geographical midpoint of Sweden.
Oh. Surely this must be the button that you press and something up comes.
Yeah, try it.
That's it.
This is it.
It's pretty underwhelming. And I'm such a dick that I'm kind of looking around thinking, yeah, it's quite middly.
Yeah. It used to be like you could climb a tower just to see the view better, but you know, it was a storm and it all collapsed and
that happened. That's the old one.
The Great Middle Fire of 1888. Must be around here somewhere. I can see for miles and miles. Oh. No. Where's Sturda from here?
Sturda is that way.
But that sign was like, are you home now or something?
What it said was, if you lived in Sturda, you'd be home already.
How do they know?
Well, that's factually correct, isn't it?
Yeah, but
You can say that.
it's like old school GPS, isn't it? Like,
If you're home, you're home. I don't live in Sturda, but the sign said if you're home, you're going to be home. Fy fan. The robbers of the house are like, fy fan, are they home? I don't know. This is the middle, isn't it? Fy fan, this is the middle. You think, holy shit, there's no longer to go, but you can keep going. We went up to the midpunkten today, the midpunkten. It's a bit of a letdown, isn't it? Seriously, as monuments go, you really haven't put any effort into that, have you? Just some child at some metal work has just gone, yep, that'll do. It's about that big. There was tourists going, fy fan, where is it? Not you people, you don't give a shit. Like, this is it here? There's a fika there, or leave. Did we explain what we're actually doing? I don't know if we explained it very well. We're trying to meet this guy called Torbjörn. Have you heard of this guy called Torbjörn? He's the guy, he's going to put a moose on top of a hill. 50-meter moose. Have you heard of him? You've heard of him? Who said they met him? Has anyone met him? You can't whisper to yourselves. It's not a pub quiz. It's a normal question. You're like, I think I know this one. I think I know this one. Write it down. Write it down, Leffe. Write it down. I feel sorry for you. You're kind of locked in there. There's no escape, is there? What's your name, by the way? What? I thought you were like becoming a hund then. I thought it was the weirdest noise ever. You just come in. I thought we need to leave this. No wonder they put him in the corner. They're like, just put him there. He'll be all right. I think we're going to have a fika. Is that right? Is the fika place ready? There's always a fika in Sverige, isn't it? I like the people in the front rows. They're trying to work out how they can get past the people. There's just going to be this onslaught for cafe. People go, very fun. I'll be honest with you, we didn't know what to expect if anybody would turn up. We got the warnings. There's a New Zealander in the front. She's been drinking since 1984. And watch out for oof. But you're amazing. Tack så mycket!
Thank you so much. Hej då. There we go. Oof. A character to the end. I'm guessing the rabbits are over my... Give me a clump.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Now, you see, when people say I'm a celebrity, that all I do is do a few jokes. So I'm absolutely blown away that you would think that. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing for you to say.
Hey! You know what they say? One magpie on the cladder. Good luck forever. After some research, we have found out that is the second biggest in the world. There's one in the Philippines, but this is surely the biggest in Sverige and the biggest in Europe. There it is. Look at it.
How far have you come to see this?
How far?
Yeah.
Today we've been walking about, I don't know, 15, 20 kilometers.
Just for this?
For this?
No, for the supermarket.
For beer instead of the cladder. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What a monument, eh? Are you from Sweden?
Yeah.
You must be proud of this.
Of course.
No.
Never seen this before.
You
remind me of Al Pitcher.
I am, yes.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
How are you?
Oh, nice.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Enjoy the cladder.
Yes. A bloody knappnipper. Knappnipper? Klädnipper. Why am I saying crap?
A good bit of wood, that, actually.
What is this? Art. Aha. And you like it?
Yes.
Lots of money, though.
Lots of money, yeah. Fy fan.
Fy fan. Take care.
Yeah.
Cheers.
When I first came here,
yeah,
they said, right, okay, we're going down the Centrum. I'm going to show you a bit of artwork.
You think it's art? Oh, no, they said this.
They said that.
Yeah.
I looked at it. I said, what's that? It's a swan.
That's
a swan.
Wow, that's a swan. Yeah. Do you know about this guy? Have you heard about this guy called Torbjörn?
There's thousands of Torbjörns.
Yeah, no, the one I need to meet is this guy. He's building this like elk, like massive elk.
Okay, yeah.
This guy?
In the woods.
In the woods, yeah.
God, that project's been going on for ages.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
like some I don't even know what he was going to do with it. It was like a tourist attraction.
That's right. You go in the elevator, inside the tree, and go into this massive 400-seat. It's madness to me. They're 7 meters high, 1,000 kilogram slices.
Each or total, do you reckon?
No, 1,000 kilogram slices.
So each, like that's a ton.
Yeah. So that means if you got a ton of cheese, that's the slicer you would use.
Yeah.
Strong! Kickboxer. That's a bit racist. Sweden has maybe a month of sunshine, and forget the jacket, this is the height of summer, right? And we're here. We've driven 12 hours. I've had to smell different things from you people to see this. Also, another question, doesn't it look slightly phallic?
To some people's eyes?
Yeah, these are two. Take away all the other bit, that's just a penis hanging down. Camping 3 stars.
Yeah. A tour de force.
You have 2 cabins.
Yeah.
Yes.
How close are the beds together?
They are very close.
Due to a booking failure, we might have to share this. Is this correct? And you know, I'm not...
This is a whole house.
Well, there we go.
Do you want that one?
There we go.
Do you want that one or that one? There's even a camp bed we can put in there.
Absolute highlight of my career.
This is nice. This is really homely.
This might be Swedish and nice, but for me it's a little bit freaky.
Get a little bit cold.
You can get a little bit warm. Yeah, I think it's fun. I've never done this kind of thing before. I try to keep away from staying in like places like this. Not in a diva. I'm not being a diva, but I just find it a little bit weird.
You tend to. I've noticed you tend to start a lot of your sentences recently with. I'm
not a diva. Nah, this will be
a lot. Pretty much now, every second sentence begins with, "I'm not trying to be a diva."
No, maybe I think I'm too big. Well,
I'll be the judge of that.
We'll see how that goes tonight.
We are very happy to have you here.
Yeah,
that you find this place.
Yeah,
I don't know about how you did, but
we're asking ourselves that question: how we've ended up here. It's because of the cheese slices, basically.
Do people go and look at the cheese slices?
They look at it and they drive past it.
Yeah.
I don't know if many people actually know why they are there.
Yeah.
I just saw a TV program about these used to be the world's largest or biggest cheese cutters.
Oh no!
But the Norwegians.
Oh, the bloody Norwegians!
They built only one.
Yeah.
That is 1.5 meter taller.
Oh God!
But they have no place to put it yet.
But did they know about this one?
They must have.
Yeah.
Because why would they? 1.5 meters. It's just
to
like
go there and like soar off.
I think it's men as well. It's all about men being bigger, isn't it?
Could be. I don't know.
Through the cheese slices, into the hole. Birdie for picture. Extra large. I gotcha. I've got your message. I don't know how you could taste it every day, but I like it. Really strong. He's gonna roll out a massive one for me, isn't he? With my face on it. This is what's gonna happen. He's just gonna roll it out.
I make 3.
3. Oh, wow, this is fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Al Pitcher! Ooh, nothing. Classic. Even at the young age, the Norlander doesn't speak. I like that. Fy fan. Like the cheese slicers, right? The double cheese slicer. Why is there 2? Do we know this? Why is there 2 cheese slicers? Does anybody know this? If you've got any information. So the other one doesn't fall down. What a beautiful answer. Fy fan. I remember seeing the first plans for the Eiffel Tower, and they said towers, just in case the first one falls down. That's wonderful. But when you get visitors and people that come and see you, I like the way you go. No, they don't come this far. We meet them in Umeå. When they come up here, do you show them? Do you take them to the cheese slicers? Do you go, come on, run through this field where they've made no tracks and there's probably loads of festings. Run through with us. No? No one's ever... Has anyone ever taken a guest or a friend or a relative to the cheese slicers? No, excellent. You have? Oh, excellent. When did you do this? When was the last time you did this? Last week. Fy fan. And what was their reaction?
Wow.
Wow. Why is there 2?
Let's get on the bus.
Wow, let's get on the bus. That is a tourist slogan waiting to happen. On a set, wow. And then on the other side, let's get on the bus. I think Torbjörn, the guy I'm going to meet, up in Svansella, I think he's going to be normal compared to you people. He's this mad Elon Musk kind of guy. He wants to build this thing. It's. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube. He's got this dream where he's going to build this kind of in a tree. He's going to build this elk, and 2 of the legs of the elk are on one part. I know this is if you walked in now, this would be a weird time to walk in. What the hell's happening here? What's gone wrong? 2 of them are going to be in one of the communes, and then the other 2 are in the other part. There's 130 people, and it's that feeling of it doesn't come back so big, like when you... I hope I don't sound like a diva here. No, but when you do like Linköping and there's 1,200 people, and you go and it just comes back, or the silence of 1,200 people is wow, But when it's like 100, you're sort of still. It's just a numbers game. So when it's like 120 people, you probably got 60, 70 who are loving it. 30 think it's all right, and 20 are not.
I think you're underestimating how much they're enjoying it.
Yeah, but I'm really... This whole thing is like a drug. And I'm very used to... Not used to, but I'm very into the idea of them... Yeah. And I want it to be 100%. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Thank you so much for coming.
So much.
This is the man behind the cheese slicers.
Aha!
Yes,
You have this
so I must give you the cheese slices. This is the original cheese slices.
Okay. So you... It feels like I'm getting like a knighthood.
Yes.
Yaha! So here we are.
Yeah. The Norwegians have the biggest cheese slicer. We have the smallest.
What I should have done was when I got married, and she said the ring, I should have got this out.
And then I should just given her the little cheese slicer. Look at these little things. Honestly.
Right, straight outside.
Yeah, keep going. You got it? I'm sorry, Gustav.
See you tomorrow, mate.
Yeah, good night.
It's like the busiest shop ever, and there's only 8 people that live in the town. Nothing. That's the win for Sverige. And then, jaha. Our picture speglar Sverige. There I am holding my cheese. That's when I had to turn it. And then we got a review here. We made the paper, Mum. We made the paper. I need money.
Get a receipt.
Do you need a receipt?
No.
I made the paper, so I'm happy. Oh, tack så mycket. We're going up to Svansella.
Okay.
Yeah, have you been there?
Yes.
Yes. And we're meeting a guy called Torbjörn. Do you know Torbjörn?
Is he the one with all the animals and the stuff?
And he's going to build the big moose.
okay,
Yeah. So he's, he's the guy we really want to meet. So it's going to be a dream. It's like this dream, you know, where people go to Las Vegas to meet Elvis. I'm going to see Torbjörn in Svansella. My thing is that people complain about there not being enough space in the world. Here, people can have like 10, 20 miles each of just forest. There's just nothing here. I wanted to meet this guy and see how far you can take things. You know, having a dream to make something big. And as we've got higher and higher, we have slowly and surely heard of this guy. This guy's our Yoda, you know?
Are you nervous about meeting him?
I'm nervous in the sense that if he's not very nice or he doesn't like me, it could be a bit shit. Hey, how are you?
Fine. And you?
I'm good. I'm a bit wet. I'm going to come up and try and meet the famous Torbjörn. We've travelled many a mile, many an hour.
Ja. Hej Torbjörn. Du har några besökare här som nödvändigt vill träffa dig på studs. Är du i Lycksele? Ja, det var det sämre. Ja, ja då. Nej, men vi får göra så. Då får vi höra. Ja, hej. Sorry, he was not home. He's in Lycksele.
Lycksele?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's home in 4 hours.
4 hours, okay.
Yeah. So then but you can go inside and look inside here if you like it.
No animals allowed. Bloody hell. To just bring your kids along and see that kind of thing, you know. It basically is the Norrland Disney World, isn't it? It's that's the first thing you see as well. As a kid, you're like, oh, I'm not sure. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'd be like seeing Mickey or Donald Duck. It'll be fine. Look at this, and you just see this thing. But maybe that's nature. Yeah. This is it. These are the drawings. Look at it. Are they going inside this?
Yeah, you go in this door here.
Yeah.
Up the lift.
Yeah.
In the mouth.
Yeah.
And then presumably it's 2 floors. 1 floor there, 1 floor there, and then a viewing.
Yeah.
See here. Utsiktsplatz, like a panoramic or a viewing place.
Yeah.
I'm very well.
This is perfect.
One of the best day in the world.
This is the first day of rain you've had.
Yeah,
in
and we
months.
must have it. We must have it.
Yeah.
We must have it. If you look in the forest, you see the tree are not green. They are middle.
They're on their way
so
out.
they won't have water.
Yeah.
Then it coming.
Yeah.
Yes. And there coming a small bit of dark. And my heart was here, and it would come. Oh, no moves. I must pay the aeroplane from the Italian here and back. Go back in the snow and do Englar, what? Engels.
Yeah.
For they have seen moose. And then all of them, absolutely all of them, jump up on the snowmobile and dance. I was also up to dance, but I danced. No concussion.
Before I'd met him, it was a bit of a joke. But then when I met him, I kind of believed in it. It's like a cult.
Can you see? You go inside the pine tree, the elevator, the mooses, and you go inside with the teeth and the tongues, and you have a ticket, and then you go down 4.5 meters, you can have a concert for 350 guests. Then you go down to 4.5 meters, you can have very good food in the stomach and parties. 4.5 meters, you can have a conference in the best place in the world.
He's as close to as kind of a hunter-gatherer, person of the forest that I've ever met.
Jag gör det bara.
Ja, men senare. Ja, för det här läget är sådär solig och fin dans.
Ja, det är magiskt. Jag är faktiskt på väg upp till Vithatten med några som vill filma här uppe. Ja. Mm.
Men du, var trevligt.
Ja, visst.
Vad är det för filmtid?
Ja, jag vet inte om filmteamet är. Det är i alla fall 4 fantastiskt trevliga människor. Mer vet jag inte. Jag har ingen aning, nej. Mm.
Mosquito land, eh?
You got the spray.
But we've got the spray, have we?
I've got this feeling it's in the back of the other car.
Great. Big noise.
I'll be honest with you, I was more into the idea at the bottom of the mountain than I am now. This is definitely the only way up. You haven't put up the hiss isn't ready yet. So down there is where where people will park their car.
Yes.
And then they'll come up here with there'll be a special bus, but some people will walk up. And this is where you.
Yes.
Was it after? Tell me.
Yes. I and Henrik, my one who worked with me, we have 4-wheel like so.
Yeah.
And we made concrete with the center last night with the Vithatten.
Yeah.
And take it around, and you can see on the movie that one off go. So it was so special.
Yeah.
And then I have also isolation under and isolation they can and armoring steel inside, and we do it. And 1 hour before.
60 minutes.
Yes, 60 minutes.
Yeah.
We have ready so we can take a picture.
Yeah.
And then we send it to Arvidsjaur kommun and Skellefteå kommun.
Yeah.
And then give us 5 years.
Yes. Yes. did it.
Yes, we did it.
Now I can see everything. You got a bit of blood on you.
Yeah.
Ingen fara.
Absolutely.
So this is the first piece.
Yes, the first piece.
And how long's that been there for?
Oh, I have put it up for 5 years back for have it. For
So-
have 5 years. It's
Yeah.
the same time with I do this.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was the helicopter. Yes, it was not so thick. It was okay, but it coming wind.
Yeah, yeah.
And they was more scared.
Yeah.
And also the benzene was empty, so they was, we must go from this place.
Yeah.
Yes. This is Norrbotten.
Yeah.
Västerbotten. This is Swedish Lapland.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the half part in Sweden, Lapland, and half part in Västerbotten. Then we test what type of...
It's still here.
Like so, and you have insulation here.
Yeah.
And then you have plastic, and then you have something how you want to have in different rooms. But this is more thick, it's 45, it's like so.
Yeah.
Insulation.
And someone brought this up for you.
That's I think this here.
Yeah. Unless.
Can you see in my eyes the dream in 45 meters on the horn? Then I look to Norway and to the left.
I didn't think he'd be. I don't know. I just thought it was this mad idea, and it was just one person who, like, everybody was against, and you know, it just felt like it was this kind of. He was doing it, and he wanted to do it, and it was all about him. It was all about his ego. When it's nothing like that at all. It's actually for the people, you know. And then when he tells these stories, and he's like, and it's there, you know, it feels like, you know, I was like, let's get out there. It's raining now, but let's fucking build that moose.
2 here, 2 there. Everybody happy. The rumpa, the horns. How do you feel now?
I feel it very well. So I hope my body is good enough in 4 or 5 years when we are ready. I can dance on the horn and take the people from who have been wrong with me to stay up the horn and welcome the whole world.
I'm here, and I will be back. I will be back. I'm going mad now.
I don't think anything is possible, but most things are possible. And I would never have dreamt, like I say, along this whole kind of journey of what I've done, I would never have dreamt I would be in Sweden doing comedy. And, you know, doing well, getting big, I suppose. And I would never have dreamt that I could be up in a northern part of Sweden and kind of relating to this guy, you know, because he's a local. He's not as crazy as kind of I thought he would be.
We have heard about you so much, and finally meeting you has been amazing. We've met the Moose Man, we've fallen in love with the Moose Man. So thank you, give me a hug.
Yes.
It's been absolutely great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, and welcome back.
Tack så mycket. Hej då.
Hej då.
Hej då.
Have a good life.
I know, I'll
Take
be
care of you and all around you.
Mate, I'll be back to dance with you, don't you forget.
It is 100% you dance with me on the horn.
Oh, the horn is ready for you and I. Yeah. Diddle, diddle,
Mic drop. No, I mean that. I think it's great, don't you?